Why my coworker just call me and then hang up? He does that shit all the time. Yo, also, speaking of work, oh my gosh, bro. That old guy coworker that I used to tell you guys about in chat, he about to get fired tomorrow. You say that's crazy, bro. Bro. You said that one, the one that messed up his foot? No, bro, that's a whole different job, man. You're completely in a different arc. Cool J, you are in a completely different arc. I am not in that job no more. I haven't been in that job since like 2020. You said what he do? Look, long story short, he's very old. He's very old. He's like in his 60s, bro. And he's at the point right now where he's just constantly fucking up at work, bro. He's just constantly fucking up. Constantly fucking up, bro. You say, is he deaf? I don't know. But he's just constantly fucking up. Like, for example, like if we have a job to do, he's been there like 10 plus years. And every job that we gotta do that could be something simple, he just keeps fucking up. So then it got to a point where like, it's also not a thing where like he got one chance, bro. Not even we, like my boss gave him like 100 chances, and no matter what, he keeps fucking up. So it's that point where he was just like the main boss was just like, yeah, bro, you gotta go. Y'all the same age, so make sure you don't fuck up. Oh no, don't worry, I'm not even gonna be there any longer because I'm about to go into the school arc. But bro, the crazy part that happened today, right? Hold on, let me pause the music. Here's the crazy part that happened today, right? He came to work today and he's like, yo, I don't know why, but my paycheck was like twice as big this time. That shit's crazy. My face was like, because you know when you're about to quit or you're about to get fired, they kind of pay you for like 2 weeks sometimes. So the way he said it, bro, he was like, Manny. I was like, yeah, what's up? Man, my paycheck was extra big today. I was like, damn, what you mean is, and that's the crazy part. We all know at work except him. I don't want to tell him. I don't want to be the one to break it to him. My boss got to do that shit. That's way out of my pay grade. I'm going to keep it a stack. So I'm there like, damn. That's pretty nice, bro. You got a nice check. Does he know, basically? And then he was like, funny enough, halfway through the day, he's like, I think I'm getting fired. And my face is like, what makes you say that? I was like, damn, bro, what makes you say that? And then the worst part was, today he fucked up like 3 times, bro. And then when he fucked up 3 times today, I looked at my coworker and I was like, this is the nail in the coffin. Because no cap, in my head, I was like, if he would have worked fine today, like he just kept doing like, oh my God, bro. He just kept doing dumb shit today, bro. Like in one instance, like we got into a situation where we drilled a hole somewhere that we were not supposed to drill a hole in. And he was so certain, like, yes, drill the hole here. And I remember I was even with him and I was questioning him nonstop. Where I'm like, hey, are you sure we should be drilling here? I don't think we should be drilling here. He's like, Manny, I don't give a fuck. We're going to drill here. And I'm looking at him like, bro, I don't think we should be drilling. He's like, nah, put it right here. Drill it right here. I said, all right, say no more. Come to find out, that was not supposed to be the spot that we drilled a hole in. And a hole was made there, right? Now, second instance, right? We had to go. No, he was like, all right, I'm going to go to the hardware store so I could get myself some black silicone so I can now cover up the spot so I can not make it look as bad. So I was like, cool. I ended up finding a location. It was probably like a 5-minute drive. So I said, all right, go to this location. I called them. They said that they have the black silicone. You could go over there and pick it up. Bro said, bet. Bro drives to the location. And me and my other coworker, right? I'm running a freaking 18-4 wire, running it through a door so I could attach it to a strike, all types of shit, right? trying to attach it to a card reader, doing a whole fucking shaboing boing. My coworker's like, where is he? He has not been back. This was supposed to be like a 10-minute drive. Where the fuck did he go? He ends up calling us and he's like, hey, bro, me and the vehicle, we're stuck in ice. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're stuck in ice? What do you mean you're stuck in ice? No. I ain't talking about, you see, look, you political mother. Yo, New York, that blizzard, that snow didn't melt. The snow didn't melt. The snow did not melt. I'm talking about that ice. So he parked on top of ice. And then when he tried to leave said spot, he couldn't leave. So he's there like, I'm hitting the gas. And the vehicle is a rear wheel drive. I know it's stupid. But he's stuck. Hitting the gas, the vehicle is not moving. And me and my coworker are waiting for him. And we're like, yo, there's no way now bro is stuck in ice. Like a good 45 minutes, an hour pass. Bro, finally, bro shows up. That was like the second strike. We're like, bro. And then I even tell him when I saw him, I'm like, why would you park on top of ice? Like, why don't you park? Like, me, if I know that there's a bunch of ice somewhere, I'm not going to park on top of that shit because I know sometimes the wheels are just going to not have any traction. I'm just going to parallel park it outside or look for a spot that there's no ice or that it's easy for me to get out of. I'm not going to park on top of fucking ice. That's stupid. So he parked on top of ice. A 15-minute drive turned into an hour. Bro came back. Cool. He then ends up getting the black silicone putty, right? He goes to the truck, and you know how when you got a silicone, you need a silicone gun, right? Where you put the silicone in the shit, and then you get the metal piece, and then you could turn it into like a caulking gun. He goes and tells us, he goes to the truck, and he's like, yo, there's no silicone gun in the truck. So guess what? He wanted us to then, like, from the base of the silicone to push it, right? With like a rod or something. And I'm like, bro, there is a silicone gun in the truck. You just didn't search hard enough. And he's like, nah, there is no silicone gun in the truck. My coworker, right? We end up pushing the shit. He swears on his life it's not in the truck. We end up pushing the shit. The shit gets all sloppy and shit. All right, whatever. It gets all sloppy in the back. It gets all fucked up. Okay. My coworker goes to the truck for 1 second, comes back holding the gun like, you said it wasn't in the truck, and I literally lift this shit up, and it's right there. And then he's just there like, well, I guess it was in the truck. Then the last, bro, you see, that's already 3 strikes. It's like, bro, like how? Bro, he said he's not even my coworker, and he's getting pissed off, right? And then the final, like, nail in the coffin was, he starts putting a bunch of the black silicone around the thing that we needed to put it on, because we also had to put like a base there because we needed to put like an intercom system there. I'm seeing bro put the black silicone putty all over this shit. And I'm looking for the wire. I'm like, wait, bro, whoa, what are you doing? Where's the wire? He's like, the wire's right there. And I'm looking at the wire, and the wire's like this. You need at least like a foot. You need like at least, in my opinion, like a foot of wire. 6 inches, I feel like it's still too short. That shit sound crazy. Somebody in the chat gonna be like, how dare you say 6 inches is short, you fucking bitch. No, but you know what I'm saying? We need about a foot. We need about a foot of wire. We need about at least a foot of wire so we could wire the devices and then place it properly. Bro, it was like 2 inches of wire. And I stop him because he's putting mad black silicone all over the shit. And I'm like, wait. He's like, what? I'm like, bro, where's the wire? He's like, Manny, why didn't you tell me that we didn't have enough wire? I'm like, bro, you're the one putting the silicone. You're making eye contact with the amount of wire we have. How are you shifting this to me? Like, I literally stop him. I'm like, bro, we have no wire there. We're supposed to put an intercom system here. Where is the 18.4 wire? We need the wire in order to power the device so we can make it work. He's like, at that point, I walk to my coworker And we both gave each other this look like, and it was just like a deep sigh. We both looked at each other and we're just like, and the worst part is, we like the guy. I fuck with him, bro. I fuck with him. But he keeps on fucking up. And it's like dastardly fuck ups. He's been working there for 10 plus years and he's fucking up nonstop to a point where it's just like, damn, bro. Yes, he's been working there 10 plus years, but sometimes I feel like he's been working there for 3 months. I've only been there for about 2 years, and he's fucking up constantly. You said, does he have health issues? I ain't gonna lie, he is a little bit old. He does have a little bit of health issues, but it's to a point now where like he's becoming a detriment to the company, bro, and it's sad. And he's also one of those people that's like, if he's wrong and you try to correct him, he'll just keep saying fine, right? Like, for example, like if I'm working with Capri Sun and I fuck up with something and Capri Sun is like, yo, Manny, I fucked up. Or no, or Capri Sun will be like, yo, Manny, you fucked up on something. I'll be like, yeah, fine. And Capri Sun is like, no, you fucked up. And then he's like, nope, fine. No. Like, he'll keep talking over you. He's one of those people that he hates being wrong and he hates being corrected. But then if you fuck up, he loves to correct you type person. Oh my God, bro. You said when I was at Taco Bell, we used to have this old lady that was one of the first ones working there, but she was a sabotager. He doesn't like to admit that he's wrong. Boomer mentality, that's what he was, boomer mentality. So now, long story short, today was like the nail in the coffin. Like, he fucked up way too many times. So now tomorrow, me and my coworker are going to give each other like this look of like bombastic side eye. Like, when we come in, we're going to be like, and we just gonna go about our business for the day and just do our job that we gotta do. But I don't know how he's gonna react. I don't know if he's gonna crash out. He old, but I don't know if he's gonna grab the racks and be like, start knocking everything down. I don't know how he's gonna react tomorrow. I don't know when he's gonna get the message. I don't know if the message is gonna be in the morning or if the message is gonna be after we finish our shift. I'm assuming it's after our shift, he's going to get that letter where he's like, hey, we're going to have to let you go. Today's your last day. And I ain't going to lie. He's also like, bro's in debt. He's in debt. Every time I hear this motherfucker in the phone call in the morning, bro talking about like he like 12K, 13K in debt. And I'm like, but then also, he one of the motherfuckers that he always in debt, but he always buy dumb shit. Tell me how the other day, he like 60 years old. Bro buys a PlayStation Portal because he saw my friend with a PlayStation Portal. He don't even own a PS5. What are you doing buying a PlayStation Portal and you're in debt? Oh my God, bro. Bro, he don't need that exactly. Tell me how, bro. I caught bro mid-shift. Bro booted up the PlayStation Portal, got to the home screen, and fell asleep on the home screen. The home screen, you know that little sound that it makes where it be like, yo, I'm on my phone and I turn to the side. He asleep on the home screen. And I'm there like, why did you buy this? You're in debt. You should not be buying this. Then on Thursday, well, today's Thursday. Then on Wednesday, it was Wednesday. Then on Wednesday, bro, he's on the phone with USPS for like 2 hours straight. And every time I come back and see him, I'm like, bro, you're still on the phone with USPS? He's like, oh, because I'm waiting for my package. And I'm like, what package are you talking about? Like, what is in this package that you're so adamant on getting? Bro looks me in the eye and be like, he said, my drone. I'm like, a drone? Like those drones that fly, a drone? He's like, yeah, I bought a $90 drone. I'm like, for what? Why did you buy a $90 drone? For fun. $90 is too cheap. He probably got scammed. I don't even know. No, that's another thing. He's one of those people that, yo, Nep, yo, Owl, thank you for the motherfucking primers. Primer. Thank you, Owl, for the prime, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you. You said a PlayStation Portal's $200 in the drone. That's almost $300 wasted. Bro, you know what's crazy? He said he bought a drone for $90. Also, he's one of those people that gets scammed constantly. Every other day or every other week, I remember there was like a certain, I think it was like last year between like April to like summertime, no cap. Every other week he had to go to TD Bank to change his card and cancel his card because he kept giving his card information to somebody. And I kept telling him, I'm like, yo, if somebody on the phone is asking for your card information and you don't know who they are, do not give them your card info. And he just kept doing it. He probably fell for the Cash App. He falls for anything, bro. But long story short, I feel bad for bro because tomorrow he about to get let go. And it's one of those things where it's like, bro, he's too old. He keeps fucking up. He's a detriment to the company. I feel bad, but I'm not going to lie. My boss gave him way too many chances. Like, I feel like my boss gave him too many chances to the point where I'm like, bro, he should have been let go. But he's given him a lot of chances. He said, does he know that I stream? I don't think so. I don't even think he knows what Twitch is, to be honest with you. To be honest, tomorrow I should probably ask him, yo, let me buy your PlayStation Portal off you. Just to give him some cash or something. I'm about to be like, hey, you still using that PlayStation Portal? I'll buy it off you, bro. On my soul. Give me that PlayStation Portal. He bought a black one too. He bought a black PlayStation Portal. I peeped it, but I know for a fact he's not going to play that shit. Mind you, I think he was using his son's PlayStation 5. I'm like, bro, why my coworker even talked him into getting that shit? You know what's crazy? He bought the PlayStation Portal and he was trying to play games like, remember those arcade games where you have to like have a gun and shoot at the screen, like House of the Dead? I was looking at him like, what makes you think a PlayStation Portal could play House of the Dead? Light shooters? Like arcade shooters, like yeah, like, I don't know, bro. To be real, he might not have children and grandchildren, or they not in contact with him, so he got no real help with this stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's true. But it got to a point where I started to get annoyed with him, where he kept on like I helped him with shit, but I kept telling him, yo, if somebody's asking for your card info, don't give him your card info. And then for some reason, he would still give him the card info. But tomorrow's about to be interesting. You say you're already stressing me out, and it's not even my coworker? Shit, you telling me I gotta go to work tomorrow and I gotta see this shit. God damn. It's just gonna suck tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna suck. Record the firing? No, I don't think it's gonna happen like during the day. I think it's gonna literally be an email sent to him or a text message sent to him after work. And I hope it's after work. I don't want to be there to see that. You said, bro, better start applying to Section 8 housing. Bro, like, look, that's another thing. I just feel like he's just bad at handling his money, right? Like, for example, if you're in debt, bro owns a BMW. I'm like, bro, why do you own a BMW if you balls deep in debt? Yo, Zero copy with the tier 2. Zero copy with the tier motherfucking 2, bro. He said, yo, thank you, Zero copy. Astar Flames with the motherfucking tier 1. Zero copy with the tier 2. Astar Flames with the tier 1. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Zero. Thank you, Astar Flames. Yo, look, he 12K in debt. Mind you, that's only the debt that I know he's in, so I know he's probably way more in debt. BMW. And I think like in his house that he's currently in right now with his wife, he paying like 4K in rent. I'm like, no. I'm like, bro, you gotta downsize, bro. Get rid of that BMW. Get yourself a Honda. Like, long story short, chat, I feel like he one of those people that he wanna look rich, but he's not rich. He one of those people, bro. I can't stand people who are like that, bro. You gotta live within your means, bro. You gotta like get shit that you can afford. Me, I don't care, bro. Like I already told you guys what car I drive. I don't give a fuck. I drive a Honda Fit. But guess what? That should take me to point A to point B, and I could park anywhere, and that shit got good gas mileage. I don't give a fuck. You said look poor? Look, I love the Honda Fit, bro. Those cars is fucking useful as hell, especially in NYC. I could park anywhere, bro. I could park anywhere. But he out here talking about like I'm in a BMW. I'm like, bro, you cannot afford a BMW. You said I love me some hatchbacks. Look, I fuck with Hondas. Honda Fits is tough, and also Toyota Camrys. Yo, shout out to Toyota and Toyota Camrys, bro. Toyota Camry was like my first car, and I still love that freaking brand. You said I want a Camry so bad. Mind you, like my first car was like a 2007 Toyota Camry. I fucking love that car. That car lasted me for years until like, bro, one of the freaking shits broke. I forgot what it was called, bro, but then it fucked up the whole gear shift. What is good about Camry? Bro, it's just Toyotas. They last forever, bro. Like, if you take good care of them and you just change the oil and make sure, like, you know, you just keep up to date with them, Toyotas last you forever, bro. You said Toyota. What? You said Roger acting like you don't have a Cybertruck? Hell no. Hell no. I would hate to have a Cybertruck because I don't know where to park it. Plus, I know if I have a Cybertruck, people are going to look at me weird. You say, think I might get a Toyota if I ever get a car? Got to deal with my dad's BMW. I'm telling you, get a Toyota or a Honda. I think those are Japanese cars if I remember. Bro, them shits last, bro. And every time you go to like the car parts people, they always have compatible parts with it. They're always compatible with shit. If you get a fucking BMW and all these like BMW Mercedes and shit, bro, they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg when you go to the place to get them repaired.